to be in a new place, new environment, you know, has been refreshing. So I think just the English mentality, the way that the way they look at the game, the way they see things, you know, I like, and you know, living in Birmingham has been good. You know, it's 20-25 minutes out to the training ground, and so on that end it's nice, and you know, still some good things to do around here. So it's been good. The first two things the biggest two things normally are getting yourself a car or some way to get around, and then finding a place to live. You know, once you have those two things sorted out, you know, you start to feel like you can start to make it feel like home, and you know, you start to feel more comfortable, and you can really start to settle in. You know, when you first come to a new club, a lot of times you're in a hotel for a stretch, and you know, for a few days normally you're you know, relying on others to pick you up and drop you off. So once you're out of that phase, and you know, you have your own place, and you have, you know, a way to get into training where you can come in when you want and leave when you want, then it starts to feel normal, and you can get yourself into a routine. Gotten a lay of the land fairly quickly, so some of the guys always give you good recommendations with different restaurants, and you know, come home and relax, spend time with my fiance, and just, you know, in the afternoon like I said, we'll take a walk, or you know, go run some errands, or have a coffee, and you know, figure out what we're doing for dinner, whether we're cooking or going somewhere to eat. I'm good at cutting bread. That's about it. Normally at night it's relaxing on the couch watching TV or watching games. You know, there's a movie theater down the street, so we're at the movie theater a fair amount. You know, obviously when I first went to Holland, and then for the first part in Germany, you know, I was alone, and you know, it was good for me. It was important, you know, just to in all ways, you know, figuring out what I needed to do to you know, take care of myself and make sure I was ready to train and ready to play. I think for everybody in your life, you know, the time spent alone is important. You know, but having said that, now to come home and to know that you know, she's always here, that part is great. I look forward to that, and it's, you know, she does a great job of kind of balancing everything for me. For me, I always felt that you know, the quicker I could start to get my foot in the door in Europe and establish myself here, the better. And you know, when the opportunity came to go to Holland, you know, it was exciting, and I jumped at it. And you know, it's not to say that it's all been perfect since then, because it hasn't. But still, you know, I love it here, and I love, you know, the challenge of you know, competing day in and day out to get on the field. Certainly the way my parents brought me up, and you know, the way that they taught me and my sisters how to act, and you know, how to work hard. You know, I think that was really instilled in us from the time we were little, and you know, we saw that in the way they handled things, and you know, you could always see how important it was for our parents that we handled things the same way. They wanted to see us work hard, and they wanted to see us put everything we had into it, and you know, really really put ourselves out there. And you know, I think, you know, that's important in life. My mom did everything for our family. She does everything for our family. You know, from the time we were little, you know, school would end, and she'd, you know, come around and pick us up, and you know, she'd start dropping us off at soccer and ballet and tennis, and you know, then she'd be going back to pick up, and coming home to make dinner and help with homework, and get us in bed. So I mean, just from the time we were all so young, just to see how unselfish she was, and how she always put everybody else's needs ahead of her own. She, like I said, she does everything for us. I think my mom is emotional, and she wears her heart on her sleeve, and I think I do as well. And so that part I definitely see. There's no guarantees in football, and so it could all end tomorrow. But still, I love every minute of it. I love waking up and going to train. I love the feeling of playing in big games. And so on my end, there's certainly no regrets, and I just hope to keep working hard and moving myself along so that I can continue to get better.